Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City. They split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Guys, let's dig into some of the players who might be, less known to the viewers and talk about some of the more underrated players in the league. Who would be your picks? Underrated guys, Kenny?
I like Paul Millsap. I think he's underrated. I think his value to the team. There's a bunch of guys on that Atlanta team that's underrated. Teague and Millsap. Markieff Morris up in Phoenix, man. A lot of people, because the Suns aren't in the playoffs, they don't get the opportunity to see how good a player he is. And Shaq, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to go with my underrated starting five, Ernie. At the point, I'm going to go with Isaiah Thomas.
Ooh.
At the 2, I got Goran Dragic.
Wow.
At 3, Kawhi Leonard.
Wow.
4, Draymond Green.
Okay.
And 5, my guy, DeMarcus Big Cuz
How
Cousins.
can he be underrated? He made the All-Star team.
And how can Kawhi Leonard be
By
underrated
default.
when he was a Finals MVP?
He's not
By
underrated.
default, he is underrated because we don't talk about him a lot.
Well, I
Who
do.
doesn't?
We don't.
Okay.
We do.
They're not commercial guys, meaning they don't have TV commercials. I agree
So
with
they're
that.
underrated.
They're
Nobody knows about
Those guys could sell products,
them. I
man.
stand corrected again.
Yeah, well, get used to it. We'll see you next time.
Should put them on the cover of 2K.
Not going that far.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Jazz make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road. They're getting their first look at the Thunder. In this one, the previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times.
19 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Durant. He had 28 points in the win against Minnesota. Off the pick. And it comes off the front of the rim. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Thunder out in front. They're up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. We sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend.
Vic was my brother. Blood couldn't have made us any closer. And everything feels like it just happened yesterday. So I'm just trying to take things one day at a time, I'm very grateful for my family, my teammates and coaches for supporting me during this difficult season. I miss Vic, but I'll press on. Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question. I mean, it's a really difficult road to navigate the loss of a loved one or a close friend. And sometimes, even though it's difficult, with that kind of weight on your heart, the focus you have to give to the game can sometimes be a source of solitude because you really can't be thinking about anything else when you get between those lines. And sometimes that can be helpful in the process of moving forward.
Well said. Your perspective is always appreciated.
Appreciate that, Kevin.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Jazz. Freak, he's in a point guard. Trevor Booker is out there with Hood, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Henderson in at the shooting guard position. Here's Freak. It's deflected. Durant against Henderson. A floater, and it's finished off by Payne as he lays it in. Payne's got the lead up to 3 now for Oklahoma City. The Jazz shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Freak kicks to Hood, dishes it to Gobert. Freak with it, working on Payne, and that one's good.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside Durant, pass to Adams. Outside Durant. Back to Adams, kicks to Payne. 4 on the clock, traps in the tray. Payne's got 5 points in the quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
It's Henderson on the wing. Right wing. Here's Hood, defended by Durant. And Gobert kicks to Henderson. Here's Booker. Got a piece of it. Hood. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Thunder lead by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, you obviously found your rhythm offensively. Tell us how you've gotten into that groove.
Well, I'm just playing off of my teammates. They're doing a great job of penetrating and kicking. And I'm not trying to force anything. I'm playing my game with an offense, and shots are starting to fall for me.
And thank you so much. Always a humble superstar, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
What a performance from Durant.
Utah. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2, and it's Cantor in at the center. He had a nice open look right there. 15 points for Russell Westbrook.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Stolen by Waiters. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. In transition, here come the Jazz. Exum leading the charge, and it's Freak missing. The Thunder leading by 9. Westbrook kicks to Waiters. Outside Durant, this one for 3. Ibaka, no luck. Jazz have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Exum kicks to Freak, stolen by Cantor. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And the rejection by Favors. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
They grabbed their own miss. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Gobert.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Outside Durant. Inside, got a piece of it, and stolen by Favors. Pass to Burks. Now the dish to Freak. Feeds to Favors. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Waiters passes to Cantor. The feed to Westbrook. And Waiters has it in the corner. Off target with his 3. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against Minnesota.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1, getting going right now. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Thunder 5 right now. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one.
Russell, congratulations on this win. What were the main factors that helped you stay in control of this one down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job in all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, going to a building on the road and completely control the action like he did, only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.